Oh man, yo, look, this is crazy right here, bro. Just reading the title of this is super insane. Watch cop seize combat vets life savings. This is rare footage, people. They took this man's life savings. It's a veteran as well. This is somebody that protects the country so that we can walk around and be safe. I've done this. I donated 8 years of my life to being in the military. I've deployed multiple times and been in some shit, you know. So I think this is really messed up, bro. Like that these things happen. I really want to see what happens inside this video. So let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We got to support our veterans, man, and also the cops too as well. I was on both sides. I did cop work in the military too as well at a certain point. So I seen both sides. I get it, you know, but it's that small percent that mess it up for everybody. But let's watch this video though. Let's get it. We gotta protect our veterans. It's already bad enough for us to.
Like I said, we believe right now that this is drug proceeds, this is currency. Well, I'm going to prove to you that it's not. Perfect.
That clip shows a retired U.S. Marine being robbed of his life savings on the side of a highway. He was not arrested for, charged with, or convicted of any crime. He wasn't even ticketed. This is a rare glimpse into an abuse of power that thousands of innocent Americans experience each year. Through a public records request, the Institute for Justice was able to acquire body and dash cam footage of an entire roadside seizure, from the initial traffic stop to the seized money being deposited at the bank. This is the most complete footage we have ever seen.
Deposited at the bank?
On February 19,
what?
2021, our client Stephen Lara was pulled over outside of Reno by the Nevada Highway Patrol. He was driving to visit his daughters in a small California town just west of Reno.
The driver of this vehicle was following at red and flew the semi-truck too closely, less than a second following distance. Was driving under the speed limit, which should be odd. I have to stop him up here unless they were a little bit safer, wider to talk to him. Make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, you know, initially I thought I was getting pulled over because maybe I had expired tags. I had a rental car. Unfortunately, I had some car trouble, and that was necessary to get a rental car for a short duration for that weekend.
I'm doing great. Hey, the reason I'm stopping you, we have a special enforcement campaign going on. We're trying to educate drivers about violations they may not realize they're committing, but we're seeing a big increase in crashes out here. First, applaud you on your driving. You drive great. You're driving really slow. It appears that you're trying to drive safely under the speed limit. I appreciate that. I just want to talk about your following distance, especially around commercial vehicles.
The Highway Patrol officer seems friendly and reasonable at first, even complimenting Stephen's driving. He orders Stephen to exit his vehicle and starts asking him a series of questions unrelated to why he was pulled over. Police often ask questions like this to see if a suspect's story lines up.
You a fighter? Am I a fighter? Yeah, you got a tap out shirt on. Well, I've got a lot of training. I'm a retired Marine.
What do your daughters do, man?
Ever been in trouble with law enforcement before? When did you leave?
What part of Texas do you think you're buying a house in?
Right now, bro, he's fishing for information, bro. He's fishing for information so that he can use to like pin him with something. Like these people are always fishing. I'm telling you, there is when a cop comes off like this, bro, he's trying to get you for something. I'm telling you, they're actively trying to find something.
The officer then explains the real reason he pulled Stephen over.
Hey, while I'm working on this, let me ask you something, man. This is gonna sound kind of weird. Part of my job out here is I do what's called highway interdiction. I look for people that are smuggling contraband through our state, across the country, weapons, humans, drugs, illicit currency, things like that. Anything in the vehicle I should be aware of? Okay.
Right now, he's profiling. He profiled this man. That's what the fuck he did.
No firearms, no explosives. Okay. Are there any drugs in the vehicle? Cocaine? Yeah, I gotta ask all these silly questions, right? Okay. Any large amounts of United States currency in the vehicle? Okay. What's a large amount of U.S. currency to you? Okay. So there's over 10,000 in there? Okay, how much money you got in there?
You ain't even gotta look, bro. You ain't even gotta tell them all that though in the first place. You don't have to tell them that shit. You don't have to tell them nothing in your car because you haven't committed a crime or been suspected of committing a crime.
Okay. Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you give me permission to search your vehicle today?
No.
That's okay with you?
Absolutely not.
Okay, perfect.
Although it's Stephen's right to refuse, he gives the officer permission to search his car.
I didn't want to come across as being non-cooperative or combative, so I did what I felt was right, and I was very honest, very forthcoming. I was also very respectful, and I just wanted to make their job as easy as possible so that I could be on my way to spend time with my children.
That's not always the best thing to do.
Hey Shane, how are you? Good. Hey, can you head out to a traffic stop? Or are you busy on that other stuff on today? So far I'm still searching a car, but big bundle of money says probably at least 100,000.
That interaction shows what's at the heart of the officer's interest in Stephen. He knows that even though Stephen did nothing wrong, the DEA will adopt the seizure of his cash and return a portion of the money to the Highway Patrol for the favor of giving them the case. Here's how an adoption works.
This shit crazy.
When state or local police seize cash, cars, or other property, federal law enforcement takes over the forfeiture. The federal agency does all the work and kicks back up to 80% of the proceeds to the state agency that seized the property. In Stephen's case, that would mean the DEA would take control of the cash and seek to forfeit it through federal law, ignoring the important limitations that Nevada law places on seizures and forfeitures. In 2019 alone, federal agencies made $334 million in equitable sharing payments to state and local law enforcement agencies. In this case, the Nevada Highway Patrol stands to gain nearly $70,000 by taking Stephen's money.
I think you're a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
So how much cash is that?
About 100 grand.
100 grand. Okay. So, as you know, right, I'm a vet, he's a vet, you're a vet. It's not illegal to carry currency, have currency.
Yes, sir, it's not.
It does, though, make us ask some questions on why someone has 100,000. I understand why you don't trust banks, especially in this day and age right now.
Stephen keeps his savings in cash. Maybe that's uncommon, but as the officer acknowledges,
against
it's
the law.
not illegal.
I have nothing to hide from you.
I appreciate that. Give me a few seconds, can I make a couple phone calls, right?
The officer first calls his superior. He interrupts that call to speak again with the DEA agent.
Okay, I'm waiting to hear back from Shane to see if he comes out here. This is it's a strange one, but not a strange one. Consented to a search, said there's money up.
The fuck does that mean? It's a strange one, but not a strange one. You're trying to finesse this man's money, bro. That shit's crazy.
There, we located what he says is $100,000. It's in a Ziploc sandwich baggie. There's also, I haven't gone into it a bunch. I'm going to get back to Jim, but there's a bunch of bank receipts and stuff in there as well to show the currency. This might be Shane. Hold on a second.
Exactly.
This is Shane. Let me call you back.
Bro, he got his receipts. So from what he's doing this shit for, like that's just crazy. This is not a man that's trying to do something illegal with his fucking money. And even if he was, he's not committing a crime yet, or suspected of committing a crime. Money is not a cause. Money is not used to be like, oh, he has money, so he's committing a crime. You get what I'm saying? It's just crazy.
Around 20 minutes later, the officer's superior, a highway patrol sergeant, is recorded on his body cam chatting with the same DEA agent who apologizes for not being able to make it.
No issues. It's too easy to do an adoption. You know, we contacted you, so I think everything's going to be okay. And I'll text you the money count after we get it. It'll probably be a couple hours.
Remember, there's still no probable cause to seize Stephen's money. All the officers have is a large amount of cash, and cash is not a crime. But the sergeant isn't giving up.
So why the distrust for the banking system?
I just don't trust him. That's just my reasoning. It's my personal thing.
Oh, I'm not trying to get into one or the other. It's just it's not usual.
After questioning Stephen,
That don't
the
matter.
sergeant speaks privately with the officer who pulled him over.
What are your thoughts, Chris?
kind of leaning more towards it's odd, but
It's odd, but it's not packaged
it's
like
not.
normal.
No, and he's answering the questions. There's receipts here, and
I would like to put the dog on the currency now.
Okay.
Why did he cut him off though? Why he cutting my man's off though? Because he's trying to, bro. It further proves that point, bro. His motive. You see where he's going with this. He don't give a fuck about nothing else. He just cares about taking this man's money at the end of the day. And from vet to vet, bro. Come on, dog. For real.
The two officers agree that Stephen has been forthcoming and has years' worth of bank receipts showing that he has withdrawn his savings from his bank accounts.
Exactly.
But the sergeant orders the junior officer to put the dog on the currency. The sergeant puts Stephen's money in an open Ziploc bag and throws the open package to the ground on the side of the road, less than 40 yards from Stephen's car.
You can get those dogs to sit for anything, though. Fucking disgusting, bro. Do you know that dollars, money, and stuff have traces amounts of like substances on them, like drugs and stuff? Y'all know like most money does. So that's not even, bro. Like this shit crazy.
Positive alert. Okay.
This positive alert appears to have given the sergeant what he thinks he needs to take Stephen's life savings. Remember, both officers have planned all along to hand the money to the DEA. They are looking for a legal justification. But numerous studies have shown anywhere between 67 and 100% of U.S. currency has trace amounts of drugs. For that reason, a dog alert to currency on its own does not show the currency was used in an illegal drug transaction.
What we're going to do, I believe there's drug proceeds, dog alerted to it.
Drug proceeds?
Yeah, it's very common, sir. We get people that are trafficking large quantities of marijuana from...
Bro, that shit'll break your heart, bro. You see his reaction when they basically said they taking this man's money, bro? That's $100,000 gone.
Northern California, all states east, even from Reno.
Sir, I can tell you right now, there's...
I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen, okay? We're going to seize it today, but that doesn't mean we're the final judgment on it. It's going to go through the DEA, okay? So the DEA will contact you, and the DEA will provide you with a means to fight it. You're going to have to provide your pay stubs. You're going to have to provide your other...
His pay stub, bro. He got everything from when he was pulling this shit out. It's his money. He can do what the fuck he wants to do with it. Who are you to tell him what he can do with his money?
Stuff like that, okay?
Stephen now has nothing. He had to convince his brother to wire him $1,000 to continue his trip to see his daughters.
Just want to let you know, I know you're just doing your job. That money I worked really hard for. Money that I have in my jacket is only $2. Now I need to pay for my kids, bills, my hotel. I'm going to get that car back in Texas. So, whatever you're doing your job, stuck here unless somebody sends me some money. There's no way I'm riding from Detroit to this one. Get back to Texas.
You see, do y'all see how the video started, bro? When he first got out here, the cop was talking all nice to him and shit, trying to butter him up and try to relate to him. Yeah, we're from vet to vet, this and that. And he fucking finessed him, bro. Y'all see how egregious that is? Y'all see how, man, this is the most messed up shit, bro, ever.
After nearly an hour and a half on the side of a highway, Stephen was given a receipt for U.S. currency with a number to call the DEA agent.
This is all I get here?
That's what you get, yes, sir. You're going to get noticed in the mail as well at that address, okay?
I find it even more so concerning that if this could happen to me as a combat veteran who served overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan. This could happen to anybody.
After 6 months without his nearly $87,000, Stephen sued the DEA in federal court to get it back. Only then, after the Institute for Justice filed a lawsuit on his behalf and the Washington Post called the agency for a comment, did they agree to return Stephen's cash. Stephen may have gotten back his money, but his case goes on.
Right.
Stephen and the Institute for Justice are also suing the Nevada Highway Patrol in state court to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else. Stephen's situation isn't unique, but he is one of the lucky ones. He will get his money back. Most victims of forfeiture don't have a public interest law firm like IJ to take their case. And if they cannot afford an attorney and cannot figure out how to navigate convoluted forfeiture processes on their own, the government walks away with their property without ever having to prove any crime. This highway robbery must end. It is time to abolish civil forfeiture.
That shit crazy. You know, like, look, that's a big topic right there, man, because a lot of people are losing their life savings over some greed, bro. Like, and look, I did this video right here, and it's not to highlight, oh, cops are bad people. No, it's a small percentage, just like in every group. Just like most of you fuckers, like, think that all black people are just terrible and shit, but we're not, bro. It's a small percentage of us that do that, just like white people. It's a small percentage that is out here fucking still want to be KKK and all this other hateful shit. It's destroying our country. At the end of the day, it's destroying our country. And I'm gonna talk freely on here, bro. I hate that it has to be that way, but it is. This shit is disgusting and it needs to stop, man. Like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. And I'm out though. Bye.